Misfits Boxing X Series 002 is coming to Sheffield after a raucous night. A welcome to the crossover boxing world in London a few weeks ago. We are back. We are in Sheffield, and on the card, Anthony Taylor, Ashley Rak-Su. We've got a clash of styles. Boys, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
That was quite a nice
good morning
intro.
to you. Yeah, and good morning on my end, Ashley. Good afternoon, your time. You know, nice to meet you for the first time. I'm actually looking forward to sharing the ring with you. All respect to you. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I have so much respect for you, Ashley, and it's not me trying to be an asshole. You are a respectful. No, I'm still eating it. You are a respectful guy because I called out every single fighter influencer on there. You were the only one who took this match, and I want to say, sorry, I lost you, and I want to say thank you for taking this match, and I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Do you know, I appreciate you saying that. And if I keep it 100, I did not want to fight you. And I get why other people have ducked you. And I get in a world of crossover boxing, fighting against somebody who's a professional fighter is not the number one thing on everybody's list.
Right.
So I'm probably the idiot, but here we go. We're going to have some fun.
Ash, I want to start with you because that's a very, very civil and a lovely welcoming intro from Anthony. I want to ask you, because we hear this term in boxing a lot about mind games. Is that to lull you into a sense of comfort and catch you off guard, do you think?
It might be, but to me, I can't be lulled into a sense of comfort because I'm fighting somebody who's used to getting like kicked and elbowed in the head and punched with like 4-ounce gloves. So I'm 100% aware that if I don't step into that ring on smoke, this man's gonna try and take my head off. So like, I hope it was sincere what he said. If it wasn't sincere, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, I know that I have to prepare for the fight of my life. Like, this is not a game of chess or checkers, unfortunately. This is somebody who's trying to punch my head in. So, yeah, on my side, the mind games are a little bit redundant because I know what's in front of me and I know how I've got to prepare for it.
Anthony, he makes a point there that you are used to 4-ounce gloves and you are used to being punched and elbowed and kicked, and ultimately the point I'm getting at is he knows a lot about you, whereas as a fighter I guess you probably don't know much about Ash. Does that make him dangerous?
Sorry with the noise. Everybody's dangerous in the game of boxing. Everybody has a punching chance. It just takes one punch. Yeah, who knows? Ash can catch me and knock me the hell out. All because I did something stupid. You know, I'm not an elite fighter. I'm still new into the boxing scene, but I am experienced in combat. You know, a lot of people are aware of who I am due to the fact that I went 4 rounds with Tommy, and Tommy couldn't finish me. Tommy is considered a legit boxer, but I'm tough. I have respect for Ashley because Ashley is doing something that only one man got in the ring and did, which was same as Ryan Taylor. And what's make it dangerous is I wasn't fighting Ryan Taylor in 10-ounce gloves. I wasn't fighting on the show star in 16-ounce gloves. This is the second match that I'm actually fighting somebody in 10-ounce gloves besides Tommy Fury in 10-ounce gloves. Now, you're talking about smaller gloves instead of 16 ounces. And I've seen Ashley fight. You know, his style is similar to mine, but it also caters to my style because I have the peekaboo Mike Tyson style. That's just how I fight. But I am aware that Ashley's a bigger guy and he's a lot heavier than me naturally. So I'm having to go up weight. So I got to be more careful because he might be stronger than me. So I can't just come in carelessly thinking that I'm going to run through him because I don't look at my opponents like that. I have the utmost respect for everybody who shares that ring. You're considered a fighter. And I've never disrespected an opponent in a sense. It's just how I am. But this is something new for Ashley, and Ashley does have a he does have a legit excuse of why what's in front of him. Everybody knows I want to fight KSI or Deji, and the road of getting to KSI and Deji is getting through Ashley. Now it all depends. You know, if I get a decision or unanimous, if I lose, you know, anything can happen. So I'm not looking past Ashley. I'm not looking over him. I haven't said nothing about KSI. My focus has been on Ashley and Ashley itself because, like I said, what poses a threat to me with Ashley is the fact that he's bigger than me. He's taller than me. He's much heavier than me. That poses a threat to me. He's just a naturally bigger dude than me.
What do you make of everything Anthony's just said, Ash?
I find it really interesting, especially the part about him wanting to fight, obviously Deji and KSI, and almost seeing me as a stepping stone to those fights. So, Anthony, my question is: if you're thinking about those as a latter fights, are you sure you're not like them by default overlooking me?
Well, that's why I said that's a fight that I potentially want in the future. It's like everybody's saying, hey. It's like everybody's saying, like, as far as a perfect example, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, they want to fight Tank, Devontae Davis. Yeah, they all want to fight him, but they're like, hey, I got other fights and challengers that I need to fight first before I consider even taking Devontae. Same thing applies with you. Hey, I would like to fight KSI, but I can't think of KSI. I got to think of you. Because if I lose to you and I'm all talking about KSI, what does that do for me? It doesn't do nothing for me. So my focus 100% has been on you, actually. I haven't, if you notice me, I haven't been tweeting about other fighters. I've just been training and thinking about you. You've been my main focus, and I respect that, and I appreciate you. I like the fact that we engage with each other.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I want to find a girl who talks about me like you do.
hey, bro. Hey, if I could, I would. I'll help you, bro. I don't have a problem with that. But overall, Ashley, I have respect for you because you're stepping in that ring, man. I called out a lot of people and everybody just dodged me, and you stepped up, bro. And I want to say thank you for sharing the ring with me beforehand, and I hopefully we can be friends after this and hang out. And, you know, show me the world of the music you're into and stuff, because I actually do like your music. It's pretty good, no lie. And I definitely want to, you know, meet after the event and grab a drink with you, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
Let me ask you guys, because it's obviously very friendly. It's obviously very civil, not like every other fight on the card. And I think you know which ones I'm referring to. At what point does that change? Because you are not going to get into the ring and start talking to each other about, listening to music and going for a drink and whatever. That's not going to happen. You've got to get in the ring and start punching each other. So at what point does it change from you're a nice guy, you're cool, we get on, to don't talk to me now, I'm coming for you? When does that change?
Do you know what? Like, if I keep it 100% with you, the reality of this situation is I think there's probably more of a reason for us to fight and go to war in the ring than if we kind of disliked each other. Because I think if me and Anthony disliked each other, then when we met, for example, during the face-off, there might be some sort of mutual respect and maybe that would start to go away. But the reality is, right, Anthony is coming over from America because he wants to try and fight KSI, wants to fight Deji. Now, for me personally, I want to fight Salt Pappy. So for both of us, regardless as to how we feel about each other, the only way that our careers are going to move forward is if we take out the other person. So it almost doesn't even matter whether we are friendly or cordial or whatever, because there's a job to do. It's actually not emotional at all. It's like, yo, if we want to get to where we're trying to get to in life, there's only one way to get there, and that's from walking through the other person. So to his point, regardless as to what happens, I'm sure afterwards, yeah, we'll be all right. But from the moment the ring walk starts and we get into that ring, it's going to be your friendliness out of the way.
Anthony, you're nodding. You agree?
Yeah, no, I agree everything he says. You know, at the end of the day, when we're in that ring or if I'm in that cage, even if I'm smiling at you or laughing or sad, mad, crying, the punches are still going to feel the same. You know, I can be happy and laugh and joke around with you in sparring, and we have agreement. Hey, let's just go 100% in sparring, but let's be mindful. You know, when we're sparring, it's exactly like that. But you're in the ring. You know, having respect for your opponent is a must, because if you don't respect the opponent, you don't respect the game, and when you don't respect the game, things happen to you.
And also, Chris, like I'm not saying that like I don't know, obviously know how the fight is gonna go, but this is not a novice that I'm in there with. If I was to try and take this lightly or I was to mess around, then I'm at risk of getting hurt. So for me, if an opportunity comes where if I did manage to hurt Anthony and there's a chance for me to get him out of there or knock him out, then I've got to go for it and take it. I can't pull off the gas, step back, let him recover, and then start coming back at me. Like if I see an opportunity, I've got to be ruthless and take that.
Anthony, the way Ashley's talking about you there, he's saying you're a more experienced fighter. He's got to seek this opportunity and take it when it comes. Is the pressure on you to get Ash out of there? Is that what you're going to look to do as the more experienced fighter?
No pressure on me. The pressure is more on him, I would say, and not just trying to get me out there. But the fact is, I'm American. I'm coming to his homeland. You know, we're in Manchester, Sheffield. This is his area. He's gonna have his family, his friends there. Everybody there to see him.
I'm from London, bro.
Oh, great. But
North and South.
No, great. I'm sorry. But the fact is, you're gonna have your friends and family there supporting you. That does put a sense of pressure on you because your family is there, and you are like, and I'm, like, I get it. When I fight, I'm like, man, I can't afford to lose. I got my family here, my friends here, and that right there does play back in mind. If on days you have the opportunity to knock me out, you got to do what you got to do to feed your family. You know, that's just life, bro. It's just life, and I will do the same for you. Do to you. You know, same thing with KSI. KSI. Or South Puppy ain't gonna just be remorseful. South Puppy is gonna try to embarrass you and knock you out. Same thing with KSI is gonna try to do to me. So in this sport, yeah, we gonna be cool. We cool. We'll grab a drink after, but we gotta handle business. You gotta eat. I gotta eat.
What kind of style do you bring to fight now, Ash? Round one, the bell goes. Do you walk up straight up to him and start going for him, or are you going to let him come to you, or are you? I don't know. You tell me.
How much rum have I drank before I get to the ring?
You tell me.
If I've had a little bit of Dutch courage, then yeah, maybe I'll walk straight forward. Boy, I don't know. I'm inclined to say I'll walk straight forwards and just start letting my hands go, because I guess you've got to start off setting the tone that you want to carry on through the fight.
You were going into something there, and I wanted to push you on it because I'm going to ask Anthony the same question in a moment. What do you have as your biggest strength that Anthony, in your opinion, won't be able to deal with?
I think my biggest strength, I don't really get very flustered by things. Like, I don't really feel pressure. I don't really lose my head. I don't get worried. If he's coming forward and unloading bombs, I'll just be fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll just be quite level-headed. And I think to somebody who is used to putting on pressure and used to hurting people, and obviously he's shorter than a lot of the people that he's fought, so used to being the stronger man, I think that might be a little bit demoralizing when actually he's letting his bombs go and I'm not cowering in the corner and I'm not looking for a way out. And actually I'm just like, yeah, it is what it is. Now it's my turn.
Do you think that will frustrate him? Do you think that will begin to chip away at the mental edge that maybe he has as a more experienced fighter?
Yeah, definitely, because I think he's actually quite used to fighting people who are trying to stay away from him, quite used to people that are trying to stay out of the pocket, used to people that are trying to avoid his right hand. So actually, if somebody's there and stood in front of him and doesn't seem to be that bothered, it's going to be like, whoa, hold on a second, what's this? This isn't part of the script.
Anthony, he's saying there that he's not bothered by what you bring forward. Does that bother you?
Fuck no. He should say that, because if he didn't say that, then there's going to be some issues, on his end. There's going to be doubt. So he's saying it with confidence, and I like that. What style? So what style I bring? So I've been training with the trainer for the past year now. Since the Show Star event, one of the trainers who I train with is actually damn, I forgot his name. Damn, what's his name? Teddy Atlas. You know Teddy Atlas, right?
Yeah.
One of Teddy Atlas students. I am now training under the tutelage of the Teddy Atlas Foundation under the Peekaboo style. So my whole fighting style is just like Tyson. I do everything Tyson do. I wake up in the morning, I run my 8 miles, I spar every single day between 15 to 20 rounds. Every day I squat about 400 pounds. I bench press about 375 pounds. I'm not sure what that in kilos, but my whole training session is exactly like Mike Tyson. That's just, I breathe and think peekaboo. I get up. My job, everybody that I train with, I train with Rampage Jackson. I don't know if you guys know who that is. He's my main sparring partner. I train with heavyweight fighters. Those are my main sparring partners. Most of my sparring partners are 6'4", 6'5". So I have to get in on them, and they're powerful. My strength is my power. I have power in both hands. I'm able to finish somebody either way. It all depends on my cardio. I'll tell you that my weakness is my cardio.
Bro, you're running 8 miles a day. Your cardio is gonna be fine.
but the thing is, Chris knows this. The peekaboo style takes up a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
It takes off a lot of energy. So I've been in shape for it. I've been ready for it. I normally go to other gyms, I spar, but overall, it's my peekaboo style. I'm Tyson. That's my mindset. Tyson. And I'm just happy to be in the ring. And I'm a glory whore, Chris. I'm such a glory whore. The more people there is, the better I perform, the more confidence I get. I love when there's thousands and thousands of people watching, because it's now showtime. Me, let's go. I like that. Go ahead.
So this is what I would like to do. Given that it's a digital face-off, I'll start with yourself, Ash. Look straight into the camera and tell Ant what happens on fight night.
On fight night, we both touch gloves in the middle of the ring. He puts his hands up and starts to come forward in a peekaboo style. I don't move. He unleashes punch after punch after punch. I don't move, and I don't care. He gasses himself out. His hand starts to drop. I start walking forwards, and bit by bit start to break him down. He managed to get his feet out of the way to dodge a lot of Tommy Fury's punches, but I keep on walking forward without regard for what comes backwards. And I break him down bit by bit until he's got nothing left. And in the third round, the ref ends up stopping it just because he's taken too many hits.
Ant, your response to that? Straight into the camera. What happens on fight night?
I don't want to sound like an asshole or nothing, but I got to take you out first round. I got to. I need to prove a point. They must have forgot who I am, and all these YouTubers let it know who's the real fucking deal. I gotta knock you out the first round. I'm going to get you out that first round. I'm not letting it go.
I want to let you know that's not going to happen. Like, I don't want you flying all the way to England to be disappointed. So I want you to know in advance, you are not knocking me out in the first round. It's just not happening.
Great, but I just want you to know that I'm going to do everything in my power to do that. Even if I have to throw 200 punches in the first round. If I don't do it, I'm going to throw 200 punches in the second round, maybe the third round. We're going 4 rounds. We're not doing 3. We're doing 4 rounds, by the way.
Okay, so I'm glad that you've already backtracked and you're not knocking me out in round 1.
I'm saying, like, hey, if I'm not going to do it in round 1, I'm not going to do it in the second. I just got to prove a point why there is.
Yeah.
You know, that's the reason why I got to prove that point. But if I don't do it, hell, I don't do it. I'm not expecting to knock you out. And we all want that amazing knockout, but it's the punch that they don't see is what people get knocked out by. But I'm just going to say I'm going to try to get you out of the first round. That's a lot more nicer. That's a lot more nicer. I'm gonna try to get you out of the first round.
Ash, if you hear the bell at the end of the first round, will that give you a bit of motivation, knowing that you've not let Anthony have his own way? Maybe you talk to each other in the ring, maybe you remind him. If that second bell begins, are you then able to use that as ammunition against Ant to say, you said one round, here we are in the second?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him know at the end of the round. I'll probably sit down in the stool and be like, hey, yo, Ant, I'm still here. What happened, bro?
No, that's good. And I want you to feel like that, but I also want you to have in mind, like, bro, I don't know if I can get to the second round. That's what I want. Like, hey, I barely survived this first round. He's coming with that fire even more the second round. Man, I want you to feel like that. I want all my opponents to feel like that. That's just how I am as a fighter. I don't get mind fucked at all. At all. I wouldn't care. I don't get flustered. I know what I have to do. And if it doesn't work, hey, it doesn't work. It just wasn't my night that I wasn't able to get the knockout, but I got the victory. It doesn't bother me. I keep my cool. Like I said, I've been in 13 MMA fights. I'm on a 5-fight win streak in MMA. It doesn't bother me. And I've been through very frustrating fights. It doesn't bother me. So I know what to expect, especially you being a bigger dude. I understand a lot of my punches are not going to be as effective as if I was fighting your height and your size build, So I'm being fair and I'm being honest, But I will say is I do generate power of a heavyweight.
Is Ash in for a surprise, do you think, when he takes your power? He says, I'm going to take your power and I'm still going to be there. Do you think he's in for a surprise?
No, he's not in surprise. He knows what he's expecting. He knows what he's getting himself into. He's seen me fight. He can obviously say, hey, there's nothing special about Pretty Boy, but he's a tough motherfucker. That's what all my.
Do you know what it is? It's not even a case of. It's not even a case of being surprised, Chris. It's that, like, okay, if Anthony Taylor punches like Mike Tyson, right? I can't do anything about that. I'm fighting this man in 2 weeks, so I'm gonna have to stand there. There's no, like, there's a ring. I can't get out and go home. I'm not gonna pull out of the fight now. So regardless as to whether it hurts or not, like, it's a case of, for me, saying fuck it. Like, it is what it is. Because the last thing I can do is let him, like, start getting backed up, and then he catches me in a corner and gets his shots off, all the rest of it. So yeah, like, whether it don't really matter how powerful he is, I have to say fuck it.
Right. And it was crazy. And it was crazy and shit when Mams gave me the offer. He gave me two people. He said, you, Ashley, and JMX. I looked at the followers. I'm like, I want JMX. But then I realized, I'm like, yo, this guy's 6'4", 200 and something pounds. I'm like, man, I'm not fighting JMX. That's a big motherfucker. That's a heavyweight. I was like, let me go with Ashley. That's a little bit more my level right there. I said, Mams, Ashley's a bit more my level.
So that's interesting. Do you think I'll be an easier fight for you than JMX?
No. It's not that. It was just they wanted me to fight JMX at heavyweight. I'm not a heavyweight. I can barely make 185. And JMX being 6'4", 200 pounds, and I'm 5'6", is like, why the fuck is that guy fighting that guy? I'd rather fight the guy who's 185, 5'10", instead of 220, 6'4". What would you rather take? You're going to take the guy who's 5'10", 185, your weight, opposed to the guy who's 6'4", 2+.
On some real shit, I think I might just be stupid because I wanted to fight him. So I would have picked him over you.
Right. It was just I was going to pick him. I did, but I didn't know what the weight was. It was a heavyweight, and I say, hey, I physically cannot make 200 pounds. My body will not allow me to. The lowest that my body will get me down to is like 79, 80. That's the heaviest I can get when I'm in top shape. So physically, I wasn't able to fight JMX because I wanted to fight JMX, but I physically couldn't fight JMX. So I was like, I'll fight Ashley Terry.
October the 15th.
And it's not me, right? Yeah. October 15th is going to be fucking war.
October the 15th. We find out if Anthony Taylor's power holds up. We find out if the elusiveness of Ash holds up. We find out in a huge card in Sheffield. Misfits 02 on the zone. Thank you very much, boys. I'll let you go back to your training camps.
Hey,
Thank you.
Good luck on tomorrow's 8-mile run. Yeah, you're gonna need it, bro.
Well, shit. I mean, it's morning time, my time, so I got to do the 8 miles. So it's morning my time, and I appreciate you. Hey, now I want you to have a healthy camp, finish up strong, be at your best when we fight. You know, I only want you at your best, and I just want you to be safe, and I want your family to know that you are safe, and that's all that matters, bro.
Amen. Same likewise to you.
Thank you, bro, and definitely got to introduce me more to your music.
All right, for sure.
So, and thank you, Chris. I appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'll let you bounce on.